All right, so I think we're kind of in business in actual fact. So I make it 7. So if you'd like to come into lying down to start, just make yourselves comfortable. As I say, if the camera doesn't feel quite right, just you can always unmute yourselves and just tell me if it's not quite in the right position. As I say, I think I don't know, it might be a little bit further back, but anyway, we'll start. So just make sure that you've got everything, that you've got your drinks, that you've got your blankets, everything that you need so that you'll be really comfortable. And then we'll just start coming into a nice lying down position, whatever position feels best for you. So legs outstretched or bent knees, wherever you'd like to be. Just take this time. So really take a good amount of time to organise the body so that you're completely comfortable. So that you know there's no rush at all. And just give yourself permission now to rest as you come back onto your mat. Perhaps a little cushion underneath your head, padding anywhere that you might need some padding. And as you come into a place of rest, if you're happy to close your eyes, you can have your eyes closed. Just remembering that you're not responsible for fixing everything that's broken. You don't have to make everyone happy. And now is a time for you, just for you, a time to replenish. So just take that time to become comfortable. Just release your shoulders a little away from your ears. And just start to focus your mind, your attention on your breath, so that you follow the air as it goes in and as it comes out. Just feel the breath entering the nostrils as you inhale. Exhaling either through your nose or through your mouth, whichever feels most comfortable for you. Anytime your mind wanders, just bringing it back to the breath. And as you breathe in, with a nice relaxed belly, you'll start to feel your stomach rise, your ribs expand, your collarbone area just rising up as you breathe in naturally and slowly. As you breathe out, you release all the air from the lungs without strain, just letting it all go. Preparing our lungs for the next intake of fresh oxygen. And as we breathe in fully, allowing all the air to go to the very bottom of your lungs, feel the stomach rising, the chest expanding, the collarbone area filling. As you empty your lungs from the top to the bottom, let all the air out. You'll feel the stomach just compressing slightly as you squeeze out stale air, carbon dioxide. Just let it all go. As we take in another deep breath, you'll feel your diaphragm expanding. As this happens, we're massaging all the internal organs in the abdominal area and aiding our digestion. As you breathe out, just gently relax. Feel any internal knots untying as you gently let go. When we breathe in, the diaphragm is stimulating the vagus nerve, which is slowing down the beating of our heart, bringing in relaxation. As you breathe out, just let it all go and relax. Relaxing just a little bit more with each outgoing breath. So the breath is healing, calming, and soothing. As you breathe in again, fully and completely, oxygen entering your bloodstream, nourishing all of your organs and your cells, protecting you. As you breathe out, we release all poisons and toxins with the exhalation, the breath cleansing and healing. As you breathe now, as you breathe out, imagine exhaling confusion, inhaling clarity. Imagine exhaling darkness, inhaling light. Exhaling anxiety, inhaling peace. Exhaling guilt, inhaling forgiveness. Breathing in through the nose now. This time just sigh the breath out through the mouth. Just allowing the air to stay out of the lungs as long as feels comfortable before you take a new refreshing inhale. Just allow your breath to come to its normal, natural pace. So you're breathing in slowly, smoothly, and deeply. So the breath is easy and steady, rhythmic. Each time you breathe out, just allow yourself to feel a little bit more at peace, a little calmer, allowing the body to completely relax. If your mind wanders, just gently bringing it back to the breath. And softening through the face now, softening through the center of your tongue, and just allow your jaw to gently unhinge. Release your shoulders, just having your arms alongside the body, just slightly away from the body. So your palms are facing upwards, your fingers are gently curled. Feeling the whole length of your spine from your tailbone right the way through to the crown of your head. Finding that connection to the earth beneath you. Being aware of all those points of contact between the back of your body and your mat. Each time you breathe out, releasing a little bit more weight through those points of contact down into the support of the ground beneath you. So every out breath just feels like a letting go. Letting go of any tightness, letting go of any tiredness, any tension, any anxiety. Just let it all go. That outgoing breath. Just checking that the belly again is still soft. Releasing the thighs, softening through your calves, your shins, so your lower limbs are softly releasing. You have your legs extended, just let the feet drop out to the sides. Staying with the rhythm of your breath as you gently let go of any little tight areas within your body. Have the knees bent, of course, if that supports your lower back a little better. And just bend your knees now. Take your feet a little bit wider and then let your knees drop together. So you come into this constructive rest pose. You can just rest your hands on your hip bones. Just let the arms relax. Again, still focusing on the breath. You're still lying down on your mat. You're just coming into semi-supine with your knees. Your knees are bent, your feet are about as wide as your mat if you've got just a standard width mat, and your knees are just rolling together, hands just resting on the hip bones, still relaxing. Just asking yourself where your attention is. As we practice yoga, we can place our attention with the sensations of the body instead of wearing ourselves out with relentless thinking, which can heighten feelings of stress and anxiety. We connect with our bodies and become still. Dropping all thoughts from the head down into the heart. Feel that earth beneath you, the ground, connecting with that sense of safety as we begin to recover our sense of balance and equilibrium. This gentle coming home to ourselves, to our true nature. And from there, I'm going to start to stretch out through the body now. So stretch the legs out long, reach the arms overhead, just take a full body stretch, push your way through the heels, nice inhale through the nose, the arms come back alongside the body. You can just sigh the breath out through the mouth. Nice letting go. Do that a couple more times, inhaling as you reach the arms overhead. Exhale as the arms come back alongside the body. Take another big full body stretch in that way. As the arms come back alongside the body, we're just going to bend the knees again here. And then on the inhale, just stretch your right leg to vertical. Bring that leg as far back towards you as you can. Exhaling as you lower the leg back down. So we'll do that again slowly with the breath. Inhaling as you reach that right leg to vertical. Bring the leg as far back towards you as you can. Exhaling as you lower. Do that once more. Inhaling as you lift that right leg. Exhaling as you lower back down. The next time you lift your leg to vertical, just going to start to take the arms away from the body. And then take that leg around in a big circle clockwise. Starting to work into the hip joint. You feel that also working your abdominal muscles, lower back muscles. We're going to do 6 circles clockwise. And then we'll take 6 circles anti-clockwise. Take a smaller circle if you wish, or you can make it really big and expansive. Maybe half a circle on the inhale, half a circle on the exhale. So we'll do 6 clockwise and then 6 anti-clockwise. Continuing, just take your time until you've completed those repetitions. That's lovely. And then from there, if you come back to semi-supine, both knees bent. And then on the inhale, we're going to lift that left leg to vertical. Bring the leg as far back towards you as you can, just stretching out through your leg muscles. Exhaling as you lower that leg back down. Working into hamstrings. Again, you'll feel your abdominal muscles working, lower back muscles Working, inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower back down. Just one more. Leg lift, inhaling lift. Taking your time. Exhaling as you lower back down. Take that into hip rotation. Now, just taking the arms away from the body. Inhale as you lift that left leg to vertical. And again, we'll take 6 circles clockwise, 6 anti-clockwise. Just taking your time again with the breath. So really good for mobilizing the hip joint, also good for your abdominal muscles, your spinal muscles. Just noticing what's working for you. That's lovely. Coming to rest in semi-supine. Once you've completed those repetitions. And then from there, I'm going to draw both knees in towards the chest. So hug both knees in towards the chest. You take hold of your shins or the backs of your thighs. We're going to exhale fully, bringing the head and the knees a little closer together. Inhale as your head comes back onto the mat. Take the palms over the knees and then push the knees away from you as you breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to draw the knees back towards you. So thighs coming a little bit closer towards the body. Repeating that. Inhale as you push the knees away from you. Straightening the arm. Exhaling. Knees draw back, thighs. Just encouraging the thighs to connect or come a little bit closer towards the body. Inhaling. Exhaling. From here, we're going to drop the soles of the feet to the floor. Just release the arms alongside the body. And then with the right foot, you're going to tap the right foot on top of your left knee. Tap the foot back to its starting position in semi-supine. And then roll the knee out to the right. Roll the knee back into the upright position. And we just repeat. So you tap right foot to left knee, tap back to the starting position, roll the knee out to the right, coming back to center. Just synchronize that with the breath. Tap, tap, exhaling as you roll, inhaling as you come back. Again, we're just opening up through the hip, opening up through the inner thigh, the groin. Tap, tap, roll. Just take your time with the breath. Go on. And then gently releasing. So we'll do exactly the same on the other side now to even up on both sides. So left foot taps onto right knee. Tap back to your starting position, roll the knee out to the left. Continuing in that way. Tap, tap, roll. Just take your time with the breath. Just coming back to center now. And then from here, once you come back to center, if you draw your right knee in towards your chest, hug your right knee back towards you, extend your left leg long along the length of your mat. So you feel a nice opening through the frontal hip flexors on that left side. And then from there, just take some circles with that right foot. So working into the ankle joint. You can take the back of your thigh if you prefer. This gives you a little bit more freedom of movement. Taking, again, ankle rotations in the opposite direction. And again, we're going to exhale fully. Bring the head and the knee a little close together. Inhale as the head comes back onto the mat. Take a full body stretch here. Reach the arms overhead. Nice full body stretch. As the arms come back, just drawing that left knee in towards the chest, extending through the right leg. And again, you can hold on to your shin or the back of your thigh. And exhale fully. Bring the head and the knee a little close together. Inhale as your head comes back onto the mat. And again, we'll take those ankle rotations. So you're drawing a circle with your big toe, creating a rotation around that left ankle joint. Taking that rotation in the opposite direction. And then gently releasing. From here, you extend that left leg long, take a full body stretch. This time, drawing the right knee in towards the chest, have that right knee back towards you. And then releasing your right arm out to the right, encouraging your right knee to come over to that left side. So you can rock over onto your left hip, keeping your right shoulder on the ground as you come into this lying down twist. Just make sure that you're not stressing through your hip or your sacroiliac joints. Just easing into that twist here. Belly soft. Each time you breathe out, just soften into that stretch a little bit more. So it doesn't matter how far you come, so your knee might reach the floor, it might not be anywhere near the floor, it doesn't really matter. You'll still get the benefit of this stretch, keeping that right shoulder grounded. And then inhale as you come back to center, extend that right leg long. I'm going to draw the left knee in towards the chest. And then taking that left arm out to the left, we're going to encourage the left knee to come over to that right side. So you can rock over onto your right hip this time. Again, this time keeping the left shoulder grounded, making sure, so you might feel a little tugging through the hip. Just make sure that you're not overly stressing any parts of the body. So you might experience a sort of deep tugging, dull, achy sensation, making sure that there's no pain response in the body. Just being compassionate for your bodies at all times. Breathing into sensation, softening everywhere with the exhale. And then inhaling. As you come back to center, just find symmetrical again, extending the legs long. I'm going to take the arms away from the body at shoulder height, just preparing for Maltese cross. Inhaling as you lift your right leg to vertical. Exhaling as you take your right foot towards your left hand. So you feel that stretching the outer hip and the piriformis muscle across the buttock. Inhaling as that leg comes back to vertical. Exhaling as you lower the leg back down. Do that on the left side. Inhaling as you lift that left leg to vertical. Exhale, take that left foot towards the right hand. Inhale as you come back to vertical. Exhale as you lower back down. We'll do one more to each side. Just take your time to your own breath pattern. That's lovely. Just taking your time there. Perfect. That's lovely. Okay. And then from there, you bring your knees in towards your chest once more once you've completed those. Arms back alongside the body. Take a forward cycling movement with the legs now. Starting to work into leg muscles, leg joints again. And then take the backward cycling movement with the legs. Again, you'll feel this work in your abdominal muscles, lower back muscles. So all these lying down exercises are really good for the digestive system. That's lovely. And then relax, just bring the knees in towards the chest. Take the palms over the knees and then take the knees around in circles. So you're really massaging your lower back. And then taking those movements in the opposite direction. That's lovely. And then from there, just drop the soles of the feet to the floor. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So they're lying down cobbler pose. Let the knees roll out to the side. So again, working into the hips and the thigh groin area. Let the soles of the feet connect. If you need to, place some padding underneath the thighs. So you're nice and soft. Through the belly, you're nice and open. Through the hips. And then inhale, just sweep the arms overhead. And take the feet a little bit further towards the end of the mat if you wish to create a slightly longer diamond shape with the legs. Interlace the fingers. And if it's comfortable to do so, just cup the back of your head with your interlaced hands. And just let the arms, let the elbows relax there. Let the thumbs be free. You can just give your neck a little massage there with the thumbs. So you're really opening up through this whole urinary tract. So it's a very good pose for the health of the urinary tract. Also good for any stomach, abdominal ailments. So if you ever have a tummy ache, it's a nice position to come into, just allowing that whole area some freedom, allowing the energy to flow. Just make sure that the neck is nice and soft. Just give that little massage there. And then still with the arms, the hands interlaced, I should say, reach the arms overhead. As the arms come back to the body, just bring the knees and the thighs back together. And then inhale as you reach the arms overhead, let the knees fall out, soles of the feet connecting. Nice inhale. Exhale as the arms come back to the body, so straight arms come back to the body, bring the knees and the thighs back together. Once more, inhaling. Exhaling as the arms come back. Lovely. Okay. So from here, we're going to work with a lying down pigeon pose now. You can do this, there's many ways that you can work with this. So again, this is going to stretch out the piriformis. It's sometimes known as a sciatica stretch because it can ease piriformis related sciatica. So first of all, from a lying down position with your knees bent, bring your right foot on top of your left knee. So your right foot is just above your left knee. So that's your starting position. That also might be your ending position. Some people find it really hard to get into this position. So if this is as far as you can go, that's fine. Just make sure, again, there's no stress, no strain. So the next stage, if that feels okay, you can take that a stage further. You might just want to put a block underneath your left foot, which will just start to engage the stretch through the outer right hip and the buttock, running through the buttock, which is the piriformis muscle. Or you might want to lift the foot a little bit more. So you're drawing that right knee a little bit closer to the body. Inhaling as that left foot comes back to the floor. So it's a little pulse. So you're lifting that left foot as you breathe out, encouraging that right knee to come a little bit further towards the body. Inhale as the foot comes back to the mat. So you should feel that stretch engaging the outer right hip and through the right buttock. Just modify that as you need to. So if all that is fine so far, the final part of this pose is to take your right hand between your legs and then interlace the hands to the back of your left thigh. Just making sure that your spine is long, the back of your head still connecting with the mat. And again, that will just intensify that stretch a little bit more. Relaxing the shoulders, or do any of the earlier variations that we're working with. Just trying to be quite muscularly passive in this pose, breathing into sensation here. And then from there, you can gently unravel. So I can also say that if any of you prefer pigeon pose on your front, if you would like to do pigeon, on your front instead, and you can come into pigeon pose on your front. Otherwise, we can take that left foot on top of your right knee. So left outer ankle is just placed just above that right knee. Again, that might be enough there. We could place a block underneath your right foot. Or you can start to work with that little pulse. You can lift that right foot, bringing that left knee a little bit closer towards you on the out breath and on the in breath. Right foot just connecting back to the mat. Connecting in that way for one of the earlier variations. Or you can take your left hand between the legs in the center, that little gap you created, and then interlace the hands to the back of the right thigh this time. Again, just make sure that there's no arcing. See how you're getting on here. It's lovely. Just taking your time. Again, breathing into sensation. So what you might experience is a deep tugging, dull, achy sensation. So you don't want that sensation to move into any sort of pain response in the body. So anything that feels sharp, spiky, electrical, or quick to happen in the body, these are all pain responses. So just finding that compassionate edge in your stretch. That's lovely. And then gently releasing. And then from there, once more, you bring the knees in towards the chest. And then taking the hands over the knees, just take a little rock from side to side. So as the knees go one way, the head goes the other way. Just a gentle rocking. You can either continue with that side to side rocking, or you can take your hands to the backs of your thighs and you can do a full spinal rock. So you're rocking up into seated, and then you're rolling along the whole length of your mat, just rocking and rolling. You do about 6 rocks and rolls, and then we'll come up into a seated position. And then, believe it or not, you've actually been on the floor for about 40 minutes. So you might like to have a little drink, just making yourself comfortable. And then, so if you find a cross-leg position is comfortable, you can sit up onto a cushion or a block, whatever you have there, whatever feels comfortable for you. And just close the eyes for a moment here. Just roll the shoulders a little. Nice backward circles. Inhaling, exhaling, feel the shoulder blades moving down the back body. And release. As you come back to center, if you drop your left ear now towards your left shoulder, easing out the right side of your neck. Inhale as your head comes back to center. Exhale, dropping that right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale as you come back to center. Do that once more to each side, so easing out the side of the neck. And then from there, with the fingertips, I'm just going to do a little bit of tapping on the sternum. So if you've got long nails, just make sure that it's the pads of your hands that are just tapping. It's just to encourage activation of the thymus. It encourages production of the white blood cells. So stoking up our immune system here. This gives us a nice boost. So it's a good way of, if we feel like we've got a cold coming or just feeling a little bit under the weather, it just helps to activate the thymus glands, creating vibrations that stimulate the immune response in the body. Lovely. And then gently release, inhaling. Reach the arms overhead. I'm going to move into a twist now. So on the exhale, we're going to twist around to the left, right hand to left thigh, left hand to the base of the spine. Inhale as you come back to center. So just an easy twist. Exhaling, going to twist around to the right, left hand comes to outer right thigh, right fingertips to the base of the spine. Inhale as you come back to center, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, take that twist around to the left. Stay tall through the spine. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale, twist around to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, gently release. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Closing your eyes again. Resting your hands and your thighs. Connecting with your abdominal breath. Close your eyes again, just tuning into your inner landscape. Bring your awareness back to your breathing. Notice how your breathing feels today. Bring some awareness back to the body, noticing how the body feels. Tuning in now to your emotions. So we tune into our own being and just see what it is that you need right now. So it's called self-study. It's a Sanskrit word, svadhyaya, self-study. So no judgment, just checking in with ourselves with compassion, noticing your thoughts, what's on your mind today. And then we tune in with our spirit, that higher part of ourselves, which is eternal and changing. Just taking that introspective look, reminding ourselves here that we are a divine being. And through this self-study, svadhyaya, we can come to know ourselves better. This is how we grow, by knowing ourselves better. Opening the eyes, gently releasing now. So we're going to transition onto all fours now. So if you find a nice all fours position on your mat, take a little bit of time to be comfortable. You can change the position if you don't want to come into this position. You could maybe make this. If you have any wrist challenges, you can come down onto your forearms. So just adjusting as you need to. You can pat at your knees if you have any knee challenges. Into cat now. So inhale, lift Lift the tailbone to the back hollows, the chin lifts up. On the exhale, the tailbone's dropping back down. Drop the chin towards the chest, draw the navel back towards the spine. And just slowly take the spine through flexion and extension. Inhaling as you lift. Exhaling as you come into that domed aspect of cat. You can just draw your navel back towards the spine. Inhale, just find that neutral spine now. And then just curling your left hips round. And then just looking over your left shoulder towards your left hip. So just taking a little side stretch, that little C side stretch from side to side as we curl the hips towards the head and the head towards the hips. Stretching out the side body. Just gently moving from side to side with the breath. And then coming back to center. From center, we're going to extend that right leg behind us. You take the toes under and then extend that left arm out in front of you. So we're going to come into our tiger stretch. You can either leave that foot connected or you can lift that right leg. So the toes are pointing down towards the floor. Your legs just at hip height. Just keeping the pelvis flat. Holding that. And then releasing, left palm, right knee comes back. This time extending that left leg behind you. Take the toes under, just drop away through the heel till you feel a calf stretch. Extending that right arm out in front of you, just as if you're going to shake hands with somebody. Coming into tiger stretch on the other side. And again, you've got the option, you can lift up through that left leg. So toes are pointing down towards the ceiling, the legs just lifted to hip height there. And then bring that right palm back into place, bring the left knee back into place. From here, we're going to take the right foot back again, take the toes under. We're going to take the left foot back, take the toes under, just drop back through the heels. We've come into this wedge shape. Just engaging your core muscles as you drop back through your heels and then rock through. You're just rocking forward onto the toes, working the upper body and core a little bit. We're going to drop back through the heels. So you can take your knees down anytime you wish. Again, just taking that rock forwards onto the toes, rock back through the heels. And then from here, drop the knees down, take the toes out, take the knees wider. Going to sit back towards the heels, take the arms wider than shoulder width apart, dropping down into that space that you've created between the knees, just dropping and sinking, just dropping down towards the mat, releasing the forehead, release the belly. Just ease the arms back a little bit if that's uncomfortable on your shoulders. Again, you can use any prop to make that position a little bit more comfortable as we sink into that stretch cat position, just allowing the whole body to surrender. Just be with your breath. Inhale, exhale. From here, just slide the palms back. We're going to come back to our all fours position, bring the knees back. So the hands this time are a little bit wider, a little bit further forward than they would be in your cat pose, just preparing for downward facing dog. Sue back in. She's lost the internet connection there. Preparing for the dog pose here. We're just going to take the toes under and then drop your tailbone back towards your heels. We're just going to push into the hands, into the fingers, and then lift the knees away from the mat. So you just got a little hover there as you're pushing back. And then from here, we're going to lift the tailbone skywards, drop down into the feet. And then just take a little pedal there. So you're easing out through the hamstrings, drop the head between the arms, drop the chest back towards the thighs, pedaling out the feet. And just take a little sway there. I want to look underneath that left armpit, underneath that right armpit as you just ease your way out. And then from here, we're going to bend the knees well, bring the head forwards. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands towards the feet, walk the feet towards the hands, coming into your forward fold, knees are well bent, nice dangling forward fold here. A nice gentle forward bend, release your head and neck, front of the head is facing the mat, upper body is nicely relaxed as you come into Uttanasana, inhaling through the nose, pull the breath out through the mouth, elongating along the spine. To come out here, just going to engage your core muscles, slide the hands all the way back, up the legs, gently releasing. Take the hands to the lower back. You're just resting into the hands either side of the spine, coming into a standing back bend. And then coming into your mountain pose. So we've made it into a standing position now. So if you want to have a little drink, again, before we move on to this next portion of the class from standing. So I want to take you through a Qigong practice now, using the 6-6 breath. So the 6-6 breath is a coherent breath. It is a really good breath for any stress or anxiety. And the whole sequence will really help you to feel a lot better if you're anxious or stressed, if you practice this sequence on a regular basis. It's a sequence for calmness, energy, and strength. So from your mountain pose, just have a little look down at your feet, have your feet about hip width apart. And then, so from here, we're going to have the fingertips just slightly touching. The arms are extended. And on the inhale, we're going to lift the arms, lift the hands. When you get to about head height, you're going to turn the hands and then come all the way back through on the exhale. So we'll continue in that way. So you're inhaling for 6. And exhale for 6. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. Just one more. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. There's a slight change now to the next part. So you inhale, you're lifting the hand, fingertips connecting, still that 6-6 breath. Arms part here. Exhale. Just keep that 6-6 coherent breath going. And inhaling for 6. Exhale. Once more for this part of the sequence, inhaling. Exhaling. Next part, just release the hands. Just have the hands quite loosely in front of you so the wrists are gently relaxed here. And inhale as you reach the arms overhead. Exhale as you float the arms alongside the body. And then that one repeats. And as you lift. Exhale as the arms float back down. That's peaceful. Just one more. Okay, so the next and final part of this sequence, inhale as you lift the hands. Exhale as you bend the knees. Sweep the arms behind you with a flat back. Just continue with that 6-6 breathing. Inhale as you sweep back up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Palms are facing as the hands come to head height. Inhale, put the fingers overlap as you push the palms away from you. Exhale, bend the elbows as the palms float back. Inhale, hands to the belly. Exhale for 6 to complete the sequence. Repeat again. Inhaling as you lift the arms overhead, counting to 6. Exhale, bend the knees well, sweep the arms through, nice flat back. Inhale, arms come forward. I'm going to rise up. Exhale, bend the elbows, palms facing head height. Push the palms away from you. Exhale. Inhale. Hands to the belly. Exhale as you gently release. We'll do that just once more to complete the sequence. Inhaling. Exhaling, take that sweep through. Inhaling, rise up. Exhaling, bend the elbows. Palms facing head height. Push the palms away. Exhaling, palms go back. Inhaling, hands to the belly. Exhale, staying there with the eyes closed. Just again, noticing how you feel. So that breath practice and that sequence has been used to help victims of disasters around the world use very effectively. These include 9/11, a Haiti earthquake, Horizon Gulf oil spill, also helping people with PTSD, ADHD, improving physical and emotional well-being. So daily practice of these sequences helps to relieve anxiety, depression, traumatic stress, and most psychological problems that can affect our well-being. And the 6-6 coherent breath ratio activates the vagus nerve, this traveling nerve in the body, which is associated with the parasympathetic nervous system and the relaxation system within our body. Just gently releasing there now. Take the feet a little bit wider. Just come into a nice, easy twist. In the arm. That's lovely. And then relax. So from here, so we're going to come into our standing sequence now. So again, just have a little look at your feet. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart there. Going to bring the hands onto the hips. Shift the weight now over into your left foot. And then from here, we're going to lift up through that right knee, taking the right knee out to the right. Just see if you can direct your gaze over to the left. So if you find that it makes the balance too difficult, you can just have your gaze faced forwards if you prefer. Just holding that balance. And then from there, if you bring the knee back to center, can you lift the knee just a little bit higher there? And then from there, again, take that knee out to the side. You can rest the sole of the foot against the inside of that left supporting leg. And then reach up. We're going to find our tree pose variation. So any variation of the tree pose, I'm just going to let our little Lulu out. Keep going. Gently releasing. We'll take those balances on the other side. So just have your feet, make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Take your weight over now into your right foot. And lift up through that left knee. And take the left knee a little out to the left. Direct your gaze out to the right. Holding that balance. See how it feels on this side this time. Starting with the strength on the other leg this time. You can bring the gaze back to center. Bring the knee back to center. Lift the knee a little bit higher. And again, take that left knee out to the left. Just resting that left sole of the foot against the inside of your right knee. And then again, we'll find your version of your tree pose, Vrikshasana. Lovely. Hold that for a breath or two here. And gently releasing, relax the arms, relax the shoulders, relax the foot. Again, just have a little look down at the feet here. And then shift the weight again over into your left foot. As you lift up through your right knee, just bring the arms up into that cactus shape. That's lovely. And then stretch that right leg out behind you, stretch the arms behind you. Beautiful. Inhale as you come back up. Lifting up through that right knee. Take the right knee out to the right. Take the left arm out to the left. Again, bring that supporting foot against the inside of the left supporting leg, I should say. And then reach up. Lovely, perfect, into your tree pose. Beautiful. And then relax. Bring the right sole of the foot back to the floor. So we'll do that sequence again on the other side. We've been practicing this sequence for a little while now, so I can see you're all really good at it. Taking the weight over into that right foot. So as you lift up through that left knee, bringing the arms up into cactus. You can take that sweep through. Stretch the arms behind you. Stretch that left leg behind you. Lovely. Coming back up. You're going to lift up through that left knee. Bring that left knee out to the left. Right arm out to the right. Sole of the foot, left sole connecting with the inside of your right leg. And then finding your tree pose. Beautiful. And then release. Lovely. And then from there, again, just looking down towards your feet. We're going to release the hands to the tops of the thighs. You're going to bend the knees well. And then hinging forward from the hips, just slide your hands down the fronts of your thighs, over your knees, down the fronts of your shins. So you're releasing into an easy forward bend. If you exhale. As you inhale, just engage your core muscles. Going to slide the hands all the way back, up the legs. Take the hands to the lower back, either side of the spine, just releasing into standing back bend. Again, bend the knees well, hinge forward from the hips, slide the hands over the tops of the thighs, through the knees, shins. Again, coming into your dangling Uttanasana, so it's just like a water wheel. Engage your core muscles, inhale, as you come back up. Releasing into that backward bend. Just one more. Nice long spine. Inhale as you come back up. And then coming into your standing mountain pose. From here, reach the arms overhead. With your right hand, take hold of your left wrist. Just preparing for a side stretch here. And on the out breath, take a side bend over to the right. So you feel that stretch and opening along that left side. Inhale as you come back up. Just take a stretch through. Exhale again. We're going to side bend over to the right. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale, just allow the arms to float all the way back down. Relax the shoulders. Again, inhale, going to reach the arms overhead. Left hand takes hold of right wrist this time. Exhale, take a side bend over to the left, opening up that right side body. Lovely. Inhale as you come back to center. Once more, we're going to take that side stretch, exhaling. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you softly release. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders, just rolling. Shoulders now. Roll the shoulders forward. And then from there, if you transition now onto your bellies, so come onto your tummies, have a drink if you'd like to before you come down. Coming on to the belly here. That's lovely. Bring the arms forward. Just going to fold the arms and just roll a little from side to side. So you're connecting your pelvis with your mat, easing out through the hips, the lower back. Gentle roll from side to side. And then from there, if you stretch your legs out behind you and just rest your forehead on your folded arms. And then from there, take your right toes under, take the left toes under, push the heels away so you feel the legs coming away from the mat. Keep pushing away through the heels. This is a sacroiliac stabilizer, so really good if you've overdone it in the garden at all. We're just going to hold that for about 15 seconds here. Keep pushing away through the heels. And then release the legs, release the toes. Let the heels roll out to the sides. Let the big toes overlap, still resting your forehead on your arms. And again, it's 15 seconds in this position. Allow the lower back to settle. Allow the pelvis to settle nice and soft through the belly here. I'm going to do that once more. So releasing the feet, I'm going to take the toes under, push your way through the heels, so the legs just lifting away from the mat, forehead resting on your folded arms. Keep pushing away, again about 15 seconds, stabilizing these sacroiliac joints. Keep breathing, keep extending away through the heels. And then just gently release the toes. Big toes overlap, heels roll out to the sides, forehead on the folded arms. Inhaling. That's lovely. And then from there, release the feet. I'm going to drop the hands alongside the chest. Push back through the palms. Again, just sitting back onto your heels, stretching out through your lower back here. And then just slide the palms back towards you. Coming up into that slightly elongated cat on all fours. Take your toes under. Drop the tailbone back towards the heels. Just lift the knees away from the mat. Tailbone moves skywards. Drop your head between your arms. Drop your chest back towards your thighs. Lifting up through that right leg. Three-legged dog. And release. Lifting up through that left leg. And release. Drawing the head forward of the arms, drop the knees down, take the toes out again, just dropping back, sit bones dropping back towards the heels, releasing the forehead to the mat, nice and soft, connecting with your breath, and then walking the palms back towards the knees. I'm going to transition down now onto our mat for the final relaxation. So just taking your time now, if you'd like to have a drink, just whatever you need. So as you relax now, I've got a nice reading for you by John O'Donoghue. So as you're settling down, so I put this one on Facebook as well. It's called a New Beginning. In out of the way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the grey promises that sameness whispered. Heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent. Wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight when your courage kindled, and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you trust the promise of this opening and furl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in rest. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. So just settling back now. Finding some stillness. Preparing for this practice of Yoga Nidra. So Yoga Nidra is the practice of deep relaxation with awareness. It begins and ends with the making of a resolve, a sankalpa. And this sankalpa, it's a statement of intention. So something that you very much would like to do, to be, to achieve in your life. So it's a very powerful tool for giving purpose to our lives and for directing our life towards a chosen goal. So the sankalpa is a short, clear, positive statement. The fewer words, the better. And it normally begins with the words I will and should be repeated wholeheartedly with feeling and faith. And it'll strengthen our intention to achieve whatever it is that we wish to achieve in our lives. So the sankalpa is like a seed that we plant in the depths of our consciousness as we relax. And in the deep relaxation of Yoga Nidra, the seed will take root and grow into a sturdy plant and flower and bear fruit in our lives. So as we lie down, just become aware of your body, your whole body, in contact with the floor, feeling the support of the floor, and knowing that you have all the support that you need. And be aware now of your breath, your natural breath, its temperature, its rhythm, its depth, without trying to influence it in any way. And don't try to breathe in any particular way, just simply allow the breath to flow. With each outgoing breath, allow your body to sink a little bit more deeply into the floor. And then repeat your sankalpa, your resolve, 3 times wholeheartedly with conviction. The statement of intention, of direction. I'm going to take your awareness around the body parts now. It's called the rotation of consciousness. So there's no movement, and you don't need to concentrate. Just take your awareness quickly and lightly to each part of the body as its name. Trying to maintain awareness. If you notice that you've drifted off, and you've lost track. Just return your awareness as soon as you can to the practice. So there's no way that you can do this practice wrong. So we take our awareness to each body part in turn, relaxing each body part, beginning with your right hand thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, your little finger, and relaxing the palm of the hand, the back of your hand, your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, underarm, relaxing through the right side of your chest, your right waist, right hip, thigh, knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, the right sole of your foot, the right top of your foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. And relaxing now through the whole of the right hand side of your body. The whole of the right hand side is relaxed. And then take your awareness over to your left hand thumb, your index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, to the palm of your hand, the back of your hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, the left underarm, and relaxing through the left side of your chest, your left waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, and the left sole of your foot, and the left top of your foot, your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Relaxing the whole of the left hand side, whole of the left hand side. And take your attention now to the back of your body and to your right heel, the left heel, right cheek, left cheek, back of your right leg, the back of your left leg, right buttock, left buttock, the right side of the small of your back, the left side of the small of your back, the right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the entire length of your spine, the back of your neck, and the back of your head. Relaxing now the whole of the back of your body, the whole of the back of your body. And bring your attention now to the crown of your head, to your forehead, to your right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, the bridge of your nose, upper lip, your lower lip, center of your tongue, your chin, your whole jawline, and relaxing the whole of the face, whole of the face, whole of the face relaxed. Taking your awareness now to the right side of your throat, the left side of your throat, your right collarbone, your left collarbone, right rib, left rib, the sternum, the center of the chest, upper abdominal space, the lower abdominal space, the whole pelvic space. And take that wave of relaxation now from the front of your right leg and the front of your left leg to the front of your right foot and the front of your left. And relaxing now the whole of the front of the body, the whole of the front of the body relax. And taking your awareness now to your whole right arm and your whole left arm, your whole right leg, your whole left leg. And now to your whole body. Your whole body and head together, relaxing. And take your awareness right to the center of your heart space. And just visualize the candle flame, an inner flame here. See it growing brighter, becoming a warm, golden, healing light, filling the heart space. And once again, repeating your resolve, your sankalpa, 3 times in exactly the same words as before, watering the seed that you planted at the beginning of this Yoga Nidra practice. Be aware now of the sense of touch, your clothing against your skin. Be aware of your sense of taste in the mouth. Be aware of your sense of smell. Beginning to breathe a little bit more deeply. Be aware of your sense of hearing, the sounds around you. Be aware of your sense of sight, the darkness behind your closed eyes. Become aware of the space that your body is lying in, and the space all around your body. Start to become aware of your surroundings. And this Yoga Nidra is now complete. And taking your awareness now into your hands and feet, your fingers, your toes. Let's bring some gentle movements now to wake up the body. Perhaps bending your knees, maybe bringing a little bit of movement through the knees. So maybe the knees are moving my feet one way, perhaps the head rolling the other way. Or take any additional structures that your body needs right now.